What's going on, guys? My name is Arrow, and in today's video, Jungroan fixed my build. So what do I mean by that? Jung was kind enough yesterday to come into my channel and give me some tips on leveling Cobra Lash. We had a back and forth on a few different things, and I ended up taking a bunch of his suggestions. I've updated the POB. I've tested a bunch of it on stream today if you want to check out the VOD, but leveling Cobra Lash is significantly better today than it was yesterday. A lot of people said they had struggles with single target, and generally the problem is, what if you don't get a very good claw? It just doesn't feel that good. Well, now we've effectively idiot-proofed the claw issue, and we will get into all of that. So shout out to Jungroan. Thank you for helping. I appreciate his willingness to help out and help make this build better, because once you get this thing to maps, it is flying, it's zooming, and it's a ton of fun. So we fixed the leveling. So let's get into it. Couple of things that we did. We changed the pathing a bit, and we roll into critical strikes much later than I originally planned to. Now, the first idea that we tested was to go over to precise techniques, and while it is good, you have to be more cognizant of your accuracy, and it wasn't actually that much better than the pathing that I already had. However, I tried to switch into crit much too early, and if I didn't have a good claw, it was going to be a really, really bad time. So all of the pathing will be in the trees in the POB. So we switch to crit later. We switch when? At 38. There's a couple of things that you want to do before you switch. One, you need to have a 4-link. 2, you're going to add a 3-link tornado. That's going to generate power charges for you and make the crit swap much, much easier. Also, you're going to get a diamond flask in Act 5. So my recommendation is somewhere around 38 to 42 is the best time to do it. At that point, it is definitely worth doing. So prior to 38, before we make the swap, we also added Blade Trap. Blade Trap is a trap that scales off of your weapon's damage. It gets more damage if you have 2 claws, meaning it rotates one more time and rotates faster. Blade Trap basically is a couple of spinning blades. So I added a 3-link, potentially 4-link if you find a 4-link soon enough, to the leveling guide to show the gems that you want to use. What else did we add? We added Trinity. It never even crossed my mind to use Trinity at an early level. When I think of Trinity, I think of balancing your damage, and that can be pretty challenging. When you have 40,000 lightning damage, it can be challenging to also get close enough with your cold or fire to balance that out. However, at low levels, it's really easy to get chunks of different types of damage. You can use a different herald, you can use a different aura like anger or wrath, you can craft something onto one of your claws. It's quite easy to keep your Trinity balanced. So thanks to Jungroan, we're adding that as well. And we tested that on stream today, and it flew. I could not believe how good the damage was. So good, in fact, that we're actually keeping Trinity all the way through the story until you get a Wasp Nest. Now, you should be able to buy one at level 60 for 1 or 2 chaos, assuming you can get 2 chaos to drop for you in the story. But if you don't have a Wasp Nest yet, just stick with Trinity and make sure that your Trinity is up, and you're going to be doing a ton more damage. I have a 4 or 5 link in the POB for you, so when you get to Wasp Nest, you can switch to that. We also take a second projectile. It's effectively going to double your clear. While you're using Blade Trap, having that second projectile is really nice because we don't use volley. If you aim really close to your character, it'll make it so the spread of the projectile projectiles is really far apart. But if you aim a little bit farther away, the projectiles stay close together, and it's easy to hit single targets with 2 projectiles if you just pay a little bit of attention. So let's jump in game. I have a character in the 40s, and I will showcase how it looks right now. Okay, so this is a pretty challenging boss, but we can see what the damage looks like. So I'm using an ice golem right now. You don't have to, but you put down tornado on the boss, and as you can see, our DPS is significantly increased. Now, there's no ads, so we can't get frenzy charges, which is significant loss to... I think I'd be able to tank that. It's a significant loss to our DPS, but it still feels pretty nice right now. Here we are in Prisoner's Gate. You can get an idea of what this build feels like right now. We'll find ourselves a tanky-ish rare. This one has Soul Eater, so that's pretty good. And the clear is obviously fantastic. Clear was never an issue, but with our damage being this high, it makes clearing packs even faster. The blade trap was nice damage for a while, but after a while the Cobra Lash ended up catching it and outpacing it, and that way you don't have to run a second 4-link. Since during the story you kind of want to have no gems in your boots anyway for the new Warden of the Magi Ascendancy node, so you get the idea. We changed a lot of things, we fixed a lot of things. If you're playing this build, please make sure to re-review the POB to get an idea of what has changed, what has been updated, and what has been fixed. Again, shout out to Jung. I really appreciate you stopping by and helping out with this. I think the community could use a lot more of things like that. And now everybody who's playing Cobra Lash is going to get to play it a little bit better. I look forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow. I'm doing a 24-hour stream tomorrow. I also will be dressed up as Zana because of a sub goal that we hit last league. So stop by to check out how ridiculous I look and maybe drop that Twitch Prime. Also, don't forget 11:30 a.m. Eastern, so 2.5 hours before the league start, Lolcohol, Omicid, and myself will be doing a podcast like we do at the beginning of every league, where we just get hyped, talk about our builds, talk about our plans, and have some fun with chat. I will be streaming that, so stop by twitch.tv/AER0___. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, and I look forward to the 323 League Star. I am so excited. It's finally here. So we'll see you there. And as always, take care.